Hey Slims. I'm back with some more unpopular opinions from good old Reddit. A lot of the ones I saw were kinda popular, so I did my best to find some that weren't. I'll do my best to show the actual posts, but keep in mind that you might have to pause if you wanna read the whole post. Alright, let's get started. Over dancing is more fun to watch than robotically clean dancing. I like both, but I see what you can mean. A lot of people don't like ATs because they quote unquote overdance or are too dramatic on stage, but I love it, and a lot of other people like watching them because of that. But I also do enjoy watching Twice and IZ*ONE's choreo because they look so clean and they're pleasing to watch. It depends on the person, but I like both ways. Obsession is better than tempo. No, and no. Sorry sweetie, but tempo takes the crown. Just the acapella alone in that song is better than any part of Obsession. I can't stan a group if they aren't successful. So in other words, you don't stan underrated groups. I guess that's what that person meant. If you only want to stan popular groups like BTS or Blackpink, then that's your prerogative. But mark my words when I say that non-multi-stans are really missing out. I mean, I don't stan every group I listen to, but I really like certain groups besides the ones from the big three and Big Hit. But who you stan is a personal choice though. I don't like Russian Roulette. It's not in my top 5 favorite Red Velvet songs, but I do like it a lot and listen to it quite often. I don't get why people were so surprised over the classic Blackpink formula and how you like that. Well, to be honest, I expected something different after all this time, and that's not what we got. The song is repetitive and sticks to the group's sound, but it's still very good for a pre-release. It grew on me a lot, and I listen to the song every day now. That beat drop was still tired though. Dalla Dalla wasn't that good of a song. I disagree. I think that's his best song, and I don't think they've topped it yet. Groups don't need to switch up concepts. If it works, it works. Here's the thing about this. I'm okay with a group repeating a concept if they do it well. But I'm the kind of person that likes a change up every now and then. Then again, I like Blackpink a lot, and they've been doing the same stuff since debut. I prefer Spit It Out to Mariah. I like both songs, but I like Mariah a little more because it went deeper below the surface than Solar's solo did. Also, Mariah is way less generic, but each song was that member's style. I don't care about win/awards. They may not matter to some fans, but I think a lot of idols do. Sure, music shows and award shows aren't as relevant as they were back then, but it still means a lot when groups get their first win or first D-sang at a show. It's not just a symbol of their accomplishment, but that reward is a payoff for their hard work and a great motivator to work hard in the future. It may not mean much to you, but I love these moments. Bad Alive English version isn't absolutely terrible. I don't think it's terrible at all. I just called it multilingual version cause that's what it really was. Was it better than Love Talk? No. Definitely no. But I do like the song though. I just won't go out of my way to listen to it. Blackpink MVs are boring. I do think they're boring, but not in the typical way. Sure, it brings the budget with their videos and makes sure the girls look stunning, but nothing new happens. They all have their separate elaborate scenes where they shine individually, and then during the chorus they come together, but structure wise they are boring. There isn't any personality or life in them. It's just big fancy sets with great outfits. I don't know how to explain, but I recommend going back and reading the opinion cause the person explained it better than me. Blonde Jahio, ain't it? She didn't look ugly, but I much prefer black or darker colors for her hair. Blonde is a color that only few idols can pull off. Here's some pictures of some idols that I think pulled it off. Home by BTS should have been promoted over Make It Right. 100% agree. I remember when they came back, and I listened to the whole album. Home was the B-side I thought they were gonna promote, but they ended up doing the other ones, and I was so mad. I don't dislike Make It Right as much anymore, but I still think it should have been promoted maybe over Dionysus or Microcosmos. I don't like the naughty choreo. I actually really like it. I thought it was innovative and unique and fresh considering the choreography landscape in K-pop right now. I thought the monster choreo was great, but after seeing the naughty one I actually prefer it now. I watch it every day. It makes my hands hurt just seeing it. 4th and 3rd gen stans don't need to acknowledge 2nd gen groups. I agree. But just to be on the other side for a minute, 1st and 2nd gen stans want acknowledgement so bad, but how many of those stans are hyping up 3rd and 4th gen groups? I don't see a lot of them, yet they want people to praise SNSD and Seulgi and the boys and others. The music or groups and soloists that came out of the earlier generations don't have to appeal to you or be your taste, but you should be aware of their influence and efforts to advance the popularity of K-pop overseas. As long as you're respectful, I don't think it matters. There's nothing wrong with standing a group just for visuals. We have to take into account that this type of industry places so much emphasis on outward appearance and often puts that aspect before talent. And generally speaking, the general public pays more attention to looks on average. I mean, idols' appearances are already being talked about even before debuting. That says a lot. So knowing all this, it makes sense as to why some people go about things this way. This doesn't just apply to Koreans. International fans as well. One of the biggest appeals about K-pop is the fact that most of the male and female idols are extremely attractive. While I do think it's very shallow to only like a group for their looks, people can do what they want, so who am I to judge? Who doesn't like handsome boys and pretty girls? That's also why I find it hard to believe people who say they don't care at all about looks. Yes, the fuck you do. IG can survive without Blackpink. Agree. I don't consider them a part of the big three anymore, but after Blackpink disbands I think they'll lose the West's attention, but they still be afloat. Winner and Big Bang are still very loved by Koreans, and Treasure have a lot of loyal fans both domestically and internationally. But without Blackpink I don't think any group that comes out of IG will ever have their level of fame. I could be proven wrong though. Chaeyoung's rap and more ruined the song. I wouldn't say it ruined the song, but it took me out of the vibe. Jip gotta stop making the twice rappers do these cringy ass raps, cause it really ain't it sometimes. BTS's English skills are lacking compared to other popular groups. Very true. Sometimes I wish the other members were as fluent as RM, but I don't blame them for not being competent in this language. English is a hard ass language and I can barely speak it. But despite this, I don't really wanna compare, cause first things first, they're Korean. If they speak more English then great. If they don't then that's fine also. But I get this. Island isn't that good of a survival show. This might turn into a mini rant, but I'ma go off anyways. As much as I enjoyed the idea I gotta agree. It seemed so promising in the beginning, but now I'm kinda over it. The idea for the show was so great, but the execution fell so short it's not even funny. For one, the mentors or producers were wasted. And they weren't even really mentoring. You know what? I'm not even gonna go into this cause I might create a separate video on it. Let me know in the comments if you wanna hear me talk about the show, cause I got a lot to say. Anyways, LOL, for the most part the show was really just promotion for big hits trainees.